Good morning, everyone, and welcome, replay viewers. Well, here we are at about 10 minutes to 8 on Wednesday, January 10th, and here is the results of the storm that passed through overnight at high tide this morning, super flood tide this morning. Let me just walk down a little closer to the water and we'll do some panoramic views here. I can't get too far away from the house though, because I'll lose a lock with the Wi-Fi set up in the house. And what we'll do is we'll come back up on the deck. Now, from what I just saw on the internet in the local community page, we still have another hour to go before we reach peak high tide. So this water should come up a little higher than what we see right now. I'll try to give you some significant figures so see what it means. We're looking at the fence posts over here. These rails, or the posts themselves, are set 10 feet apart. So let's count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. About 110 feet up from normal high tide at the bulkhead where we're looking right now. The water's run in on the lawn about 110 feet in, and the front lawn raises up so that the front of the house, the front steps are about 9 or 10 feet above mean water level here. We do have a couple of inches of water in the 4 basement sumps that I have installed just for this purpose, for when flood tides push the water table up and keep the basement from flooding. And there's a sump pump in each corner of the basement, so when the water gets about 6 or 8 inches deep in these 12-inch sumps, 12-inch deep sumps, then the pumps come on and they pump the water back out. I have it plumbed up, so let me look around, span around here. You see that white PVC pipe that's coming through the garden there under the tree, under the rhododendron? That's from the pumps in the basement, so it would discharge the water out of that pipe back out onto the lawn. If the water gets too deep in the basement, the pumps will come on and hopefully start pumping. So I'm not too concerned about basement flooding unless we lose electric power. Of course, then I'd have to run and get our Honda generator running to power up the emergency circuits of the house. Now the water water is way up on the neighbor's lawn over here. You can see how close it is to the front of the house to the south of me. And here comes a gaggle of Canada geese flying through. We had a flood tide a couple of weeks ago, which I said was the water didn't get up as far as it did this morning. And that had been the highest the water had gotten since Superstorm Sandy back in 2012. October, November of 2012. But this exceeds the one last week, 2 weeks ago. Alright, so this is, what did I say, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, over 100 feet in from the bulkheading at the creek. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, about another 50 to 60 feet to reach the level that it got up in Hurricane Sandy, which is the water came right up to the base of this bird feeder platform you see I'm looking at right now, this white structure. Let's go back up on the deck and hopefully we have a good signal. If the signal is breaking up or we're getting locking, I will make a regular YouTube video out of the recording later on today. So fortunately the rains have stopped, although there are a few shower squalls passing out over the bay right now if we look at these cloud patterns. And it's very mild, almost 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so no threat of snow. We had very high winds up until about 3 a.m. I'm going to guess that the gusting was up to 50 miles an hour at times. So basically close tropical storm force winds. Okay, so that's our report from the east end of Long Island here at our home on the aftermath of the overnight storm. We'll see how much higher the water actually gets here in the next hour, and then how long it actually takes to run back out. And I think we're very close to a new moon right now, so obviously we're going to have a higher range of tides for the first half of January and the fact of the lunar cycle. Okay, folks, thank you very, very much for joining me on this broadcast. And we will be talking to you a little bit later today. Take care now.